Guys, we have an urgent breaking news coming out. Officials are sounding the alarm. Power grid warning issued for 11 states. Now, this is my third video when it comes to the sun erupting massive solar flares. So, experts are really urging millions out there to be prepared for possibly power grid failure. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Once again guys, thank you so much for your support. Multiple warnings have been issued for a portion of the United States electric power grid amid a forecasted severe geomagnetic storm. The Space Weather Prediction Center of the Oceanic, once again NOAA, issued the forecast on Tuesday, November 11, saying a geomagnetic storm at a strength of Category 4, a G4, will cause issue with electrical grids for states poleward of the 45th parallel. Now, we did talk about this, guys. There was another massive eruption that happened at 4:46 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, and I've been posting a lot of videos about it. At the same time, 3i Atlas is putting out some strange signals. All right, so it made that loop, it went around the sun, it reappeared, it changed color, it got smaller, and it's heading towards closer to our planet, and it's releasing all these signals. Now, ever since 3i Atlas has went around the sun and stuff, all of a sudden we're seeing all this eruption, strong, powerful eruption. At the same time, you have some people out there saying that Japan could get hit with a mega quake due to the sun solar flare, which I doubt it. I don't think solar flare causes tectonic plates shifting. All right, so it says here the state north of that latitude include Oregon, Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Now, once again, you had Newsweek reached out to NOAA via email for comment. Excuse me. So, again, it's very important that people stock up on candles, again, because it's really cold. And then you got these storm, the polar vortex, left behind a lot of snow, and, temperature is dropping. So you may want to stock up just in case. Now, this is not a fear-mongering video. You guys already know the Bible talks about signs of the heavens. We cannot ignore the signs of the heavens, which is the, universe, the heavens elements. So power grid stability underpins everyday life in the U.S., ensuring homes and businesses have reliable electricity. As solar activity threatens to disrupt electrical and communication infrastructure, officials must rapidly respond to risk of large-scale outages and equipment failure. Now, there's been reports of a massive radio blackout that happened in Africa and I think Europe, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a very, strong, powerful time that we are living, seeing the sun acting the way it is, and this is one of the strongest solar flare in 2025. The recent warnings come as demand for energy surges to levels not seen in over a decade, driven by both climate-related challenges and the expanding footprint of AI-powered data centers and advanced manufacturing. There you go with the AI stuff. It says here the Department of Energy and independent grid operators said in a July press release that without swift intervention and updated infrastructure, certain U.S. regions could face substantially more power interruptions in the years ahead, threatening critical services and economic resilience. Well, one thing I tell you guys is that our power grid is not updated. Many of them is just still running since the 1980 and hasn't been upgraded. So there's a possibility some of these grids could go down due to the solar flare. Satellites could get impacted, and it could cause GPS signals failure. Who knows? Maybe Tesla will not function. All the Tesla will be abandoned in the streets. I'm kidding, guys, but it's a possibility. You never know. Something strange could go on with the Tesla vehicles. The NOAA issued ongoing space weather alerts in 2025, noting that solar activity, including minor radio blackouts, R1 level, could cause voltage control problems and contribute to grid instability. Such events can lead to protective system inaccurately tripping critical assist, compounding operational challenges for grid managers. And that's another thing too, guys. A lot of people rely on these technology stuff, AI stuff, Tesla stuff, solar panels. All these things could go down, especially cell phones and again anything that's being run when it comes to satellites. Give me a second here, guys, because a satellite is the one that gets hit, and then you have the combination of the power grid, lights going off. The geomagnetic storm forecast for this week is expected to reach a strength of G4 and above, indicating that the impact could be severe. Possible widespread voltage control problems and some protective system may mistakenly trip out key assets from the power grid, the forecast from NOAA said. It also warned that satellite system could be degraded or inoperable for hours, possibly could go down for, again, looking like Kiev. You guys already know Kiev in Ukraine, again, powerless. There's no power because, again, Russia's striking their power grids and stuff. But the capital and other cities is just pitch black. And aurora borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, may be seen as far south as Alabama on Tuesday night due to the storm. So what is a geomagnetic storm? A geomagnetic storm is a major disturbance of Earth's magnetosphere caused when intense solar wind and magnetic fields from the sun interact with Earth's own magnetic field, transferring vast amount of energy into the planet's near space environment. Major drivers of these storms include coronal mass ejections, huge clouds of charged particles from the sun that can reach Earth within hours. When these particles strike Earth, they can cause intense currents in space and generate magnetic disturbances at the surface, sometimes visible as bright auroras. These storms can disrupt navigation and radio system through ionosphere heating and induce geomagnetic currents in long-distance transmission lines or pipelines, potentially causing voltage control issues, tripping off safety equipment, and even large-scale power outages in extreme cases. In other words, it's the sun sneezing. Achoo! And then you see all that going towards Earth, and then we just close the door and stuff, and yeah. But Earth has a magnetic shield that protects us against the solar flare, so it just passes by us. It's amazing how when God created the universe, the heavens elements, the sun, the moon, the stars, all these planets, all these heavens elements, they work in a unique way. And our planet is protected by this amazing shield. And it's just mind blowing that people still believe that, God is not real. You got to, a lot of people saying, well, I don't believe it's real. Well, he allowed you to wake up. You're talking to me, you're breathing, you communicating, you could smell, you could hear, you could see, you could feel, you smile, you laugh, you cry. All this we have, and people still don't believe in the Father, or the kingdom of heaven. It says here Noah issues alerts and warnings using a standardized scale with potential impact ranging from minor communication disruptions to more severe risk affecting navigation and infrastructure. It says here, the Space Weather Prediction Center said, during storms, the currents in the ionosphere, as well as the energetic particles that precipitate into the ionosphere, add energy in the form of heat that can increase the density and distribution of density in the upper atmosphere, causing extra drag on satellites in low Earth orbit. The local heating also creates strong horizontal variation in the ionospheric density that can modify the path of radio signals and create errors in the positioning information provided by GPS. While the storm creates beautiful aurora, they also can disrupt navigation systems such as the Global Navigation Satellite System and create harmful geomagnetic induced current in the power grid and pipelines. So what happens next? Well, the SWPC will continue to monitor condition of the geomagnetic storm and provide updates on possible impacts. Now, I want to bring this up really quick here, guys. Give me a second. So let me just bring some of this news up really quick here, guys. So solar activity is expected to impact Earth today, but also Wednesday, November 12, 2025, with the arrival of multiple coronal mass ejection that are predicted to cause a severe G4 geomagnetic storm. So tomorrow, the next 24 hours, again, you guys already watched the video. Again, that's going to be the big one too. So the impact from this solar activity primarily refers to the interaction of the sun's charged particle with Earth's magnetic field, which can lead to several effects, most of which will likely go unnoticed by the general public. All right, give me a second here, guys. So they mentioned 11 states. I want to see which states they are referring to. Give me a second here. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second here. I'm not seeing anything here. But apparently there's 11 states. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Give me a second here. I think I got it. Okay, so yeah, I think it's this one here. Hold on. I think I got it. Recent reports from November 2025 indicate a power grid warning. Okay, so this is the one. Or a potential for impact related to a forecasted severe geomagnetic storm, possibly G3 to G4 level. That could affect northern parts of the United States. The states that could be affected are primarily those in the northern tiers in certain vulnerable regions, including, here we go, Alaska, Maine, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, New Hampshire, New York, North Dakota, Oregon, Vermont, and Wisconsin. So these are the 11 states that could see power grid failure. Imagine Times Square going dark. All right, guys. So this is all the information here. I would keep it updated with this news. Once again, the links will be in the description box. Like, subscribe, and share. I will keep it updated with all this. Follow me on X. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I got one more video after this one here. It's going to be a late night video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.